Hello my dear students, welcome to your science class. Now we are going to see part 2 of this chapter growing plants, and today we are going to discuss about very interesting topic, and the topic is dispersal of seeds and how these dispersal takes place in the plants. That is the topic of discussion. Okay, so let's see what are the ways by which dispersal of seeds takes place. The first important way is dispersal by wind, and then second way is by water, and how animals helps in dispersal of seed, how dispersals takes place by the process of explosion. That is going to be the topic of today's discussion. So what we are going to do, we will see one by one how dispersal takes place with the help of various means. So let's start. The first way of dispersal is dispersal by winds. You know that this air, that is wind, is very helpful in dispersal. So how it helps in dispersal? So you know that certain seeds are very light in weight, okay, and when they get high velocity wind, so they tend to fly in the air. How they tend to fly in the air? Because they are having hair like structure or wing like structure on them. So these hairs and wing like structures are helpful in their dispersal. So these seeds are easily carried away by the wind from one place to another. So there are some examples like maple seed, dandelion seeds. These are the example. Here you can see these hairy structures are there, and these hairy structures are helpful in dispersal. So we'll see with the help of another diagram. So here this is dandelion seeds, here you can see maple seeds, and this poppy and orchid and many more seeds are there which dispersed by the help of wind. So let's see with another diagram how it is taking place. So here you can see that dandelion is dispersing by the help of wind. So in this way, this wind is helpful in dispersal of seeds. So now we are moving towards the another way of dispersal is water. So how this water is helpful in dispersal of seeds? So seeds of plants such as lotus and coconut are spongy or having a fibrous covering which helps them to float on water. You must have seen the coconut, okay, and now this is the time of Navratri, so we all are having intact coconut in our home. So you can observe that coconut, how they are having hairy structure on them, and how it is this fibrous material makes it light to float on the water. So that structure is very helpful in floating on the water. In that way this water helps in dispersal of these kind of seeds. So this is another way of dispersal by water. Let's move towards the third way, that how these animals are helpful in dispersal of seeds. So you know that seeds of some plants such as cockleber have spines or hook, okay, and these seeds stick to the bodies of animals and birds and thus carried away from the parent plant to another place, okay. Now another way, these birds are very helpful. What they does, they eats the seeds or fruits of various plants, and it goes to their digestive system and it remains intact, or most of the time only outer covering gets digested, and once it comes out through their excreta, it grows, okay. So in that way these animals and birds are helpful. Here you can see this dog is having long hair, so these seeds are attached with that hair. Here you can see how this hook or spine like structures are helpful in attachment, okay. So here again, wherever this dog will go, and once time will come, it will be loosened and it will spread from one place to another. In this diagram you can see this bird is eating this fruit. So it will go inside, and after it gets pass through its digestive system, it spreads with the help of its excreta. Here again the same thing, you are seeing that bird is eating fruit. So what actually happens inside and how it comes out, you can see with the help of this particular small thing. Okay, this presentation will be very helpful in understanding what actually it happens. Here you can see this bird is eating the fruits. After eating this excreta, yes, so this is helpful. Once more you just observe it. Once it finishes, it goes to the digestive system and it comes out. Okay, so in this way this bird is helpful in dispersal of seed. Okay, so these are the ways by which seed gets dispersed. Now the fourth one is dispersal by explosion. Explosion matlab visfot. You have heard the word explosion. What happens? Bomb explodes, other crackers explodes. In the same way, once the food get ripe, so few fruits are having tendency to explode. Okay, so these are like some fruits like peas and beans are having tendency to explode, are burst. The word is used as burst. Okay, when they then burst open, then these seeds scattered from the mother plant to another places. Okay, in that way. So this method of seed dispersal or dispersal of seed is called explosion or dispersal by explosion. You can see with the help of this particular presentation how this explosion, once any kind of disturbance takes place, once it get mature, it explodes, and you can see how intense it is. Another explosion you can see, once it detach from the plant, it comes out, these seeds comes out very fast because of pressure, internal pressure. So these are the ways. Let's sum up with the help of this diagram. So dispersal takes place by four means: by the help of wind, by animals, by water, and by bursting or explosion. So these are the examples how it takes place with the help of wind. What are the seeds which take place with the help of animals? What are the with the help of water, and what is spread with the help of bursting or explosion? So these are the ways of dispersal of seeds. So that's all for this video. What you have to do, you have to make notes, and now you have to do this work, like what is the difference between seeds which are dispersed by wind and water. So that you have to tell me that if a seed is dispersed by wind, then what will be the characteristics and how it is going to be differ from the seeds which are getting dispersed with the help of water. So this is the assignment for this video. Okay, so these are the resources. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.